Welcome to our epic journey through the entire history of human civilizations, from the earliest beginnings of humanity to our complex modern world. We'll explore how societies have evolved, how cultures have flourished, and how empires have risen and fallen. Let's dive into the grand narrative of human history. Our epic journey into the history of human civilization stretches back over 2.5 million years to the heart of Africa, the cradle of mankind. In the Paleolithic or Old Stone Age, early human ancestors, such as Homo habilis, emerged with a groundbreaking innovation, the first stone tools. These rudimentary implements, crafted with careful precision, signified a crucial leap in cognitive development, allowing our ancestors to manipulate their environment in unprecedented ways. Homo habilis, often referred to as handy man, laid the foundation for a series of evolutionary advancements. Around 1.9 million years ago, Homo erectus appeared, representing a remarkable evolutionary step with the mastery of fire, which had a profound impact on their survival and socialization. The ability to cook food not only made nutrients more accessible, but also fostered communal gatherings around hearths, leading to more complex social structures. Moreover, Homo erectus's migration from Africa into Asia and Europe showcased their extraordinary adaptability to varied climates and geographies. This migration was a testament to their innovative spirit as they adapted to new environments with increasingly sophisticated tools and techniques. By approximately 300,000 years ago, Homo sapiens, our direct ancestors, emerged. This species marked a profound transformation in human evolution, characterized by an advanced cognitive capacity that facilitated the development of complex language systems, intricate social structures, and a rich cultural life. The era of Homo sapiens saw the advent of symbolic thinking, vividly captured in the remarkable cave paintings and carvings found across Europe and Africa, which not only demonstrated artistic prowess but also a deepening of abstract thought. These early modern humans exhibited an unprecedented diversity in their tools and artifacts, reflecting their varied interactions with the environment and each other. As Homo sapiens migrated across continents, they encountered a plethora of ecological niches, leading to the development of distinct cultures and languages uniquely adapted to their new environments. This migration was not just a physical relocation, but a transformative process that gave rise to a diverse and intricate tapestry of human societies. The ability to adapt and innovate in response to environmental challenges set the stage for the subsequent evolution of human civilization, laying the groundwork for the complex societies and cultures that would emerge in the millennia to come. Around 10,000 BC, humanity experienced a monumental shift known as the Agricultural Revolution, a pivotal era that transformed societies from nomadic hunter-gatherers to settled agricultural communities. This transition began in the Fertile Crescent, a crescent-shaped region stretching from the eastern Mediterranean through Mesopotamia to the Iranian Plateau, where early humans first developed agriculture. In this rich and diverse landscape, early farmers discovered how to cultivate a variety of crops such as wheat, barley, and legumes, and began domesticating animals like sheep, goats, pigs, and cattle. This period, often called the Neolithic Revolution, introduced systematic crop cultivation and animal husbandry, which significantly increased food production and created food surpluses. The surplus food allowed for the establishment of permanent settlements, as people no longer needed to migrate in search of resources. These settlements grew into thriving villages and towns, where complex social structures began to emerge. With stable food supplies, communities were able to invest time and resources into other activities, leading to the development of specialized trades and crafts such as pottery, weaving, and metallurgy. The rise of these new professions contributed to the creation of social hierarchies, as roles within the community became more defined, and people took on various occupations based on skills and needs. Furthermore, the growth of agriculture led to innovations in technology and organization, including irrigation systems that enhanced crop yields and the invention of tools that facilitated farming and construction. This transformative period laid the foundation for the rise of complex societies and civilizations, shaping the course of human history by establishing the economic, social, and technological frameworks upon which future societies would be built. By around 3000 BC, the dawn of complex civilizations began to reshape human history across various regions, setting the stage for the development of sophisticated societies. In Mesopotamia, the Sumerians emerged as pioneers with their establishment of influential city-states such as Ar and Uruk. These early urban centers were characterized by their impressive ziggurats, massive multi-storied religious structures that stood as symbols of both divine and political authority. The Sumerians also innovated cuneiform writing, one of the earliest systems of writing, which was inscribed on clay tablets and used for administrative purposes, literature, and recording historical events. As the Sumerians' influence waned, the Babylonians and Assyrians rose to prominence, inheriting and expanding upon their predecessors' advancements. The Babylonians are particularly noted for the Code of Hammurabi, one of the earliest and most complete written legal codes, which provided a framework for justice and governance. The Assyrians, known for their military prowess, also contributed significantly to administrative practices and monumental architecture. In ancient Egypt, the era of the pharaohs was marked by monumental achievements, including the construction of the pyramids, which required advanced engineering techniques and a highly organized workforce. These pyramids were not only royal tombs, but also powerful symbols of the pharaoh's divine rule and the centralized state. The Egyptians developed hieroglyphics, a complex system of pictorial writing used in religious texts, monumental inscriptions, and administrative records. Their advancements extended beyond writing and architecture. They made significant strides in medicine, employing early surgical techniques and developing a detailed understanding of anatomy. Their contributions to mathematics and engineering, particularly in the construction of their monumental buildings, showcased their sophisticated knowledge of geometry and resource management. The Indus Valley Civilization, with its major urban centers like Harappa and Mohenjo-daro, demonstrated remarkable achievements in urban planning and infrastructure. These cities featured well-planned street layouts, advanced drainage systems, and standardized brick construction, reflecting a high level of civic organization and engineering expertise. The presence of uniform weights and measures suggests a complex trade network and economic system. The civilization's decline is attributed to factors such as climate change, which may have led to shifts in river courses and agriculture, and possible invasions or internal conflicts, although the precise reasons remain debated among scholars. In ancient China, the Xia and Shang dynasties marked the early stages of Chinese civilization. The Xia dynasty, though less documented, is traditionally recognized as the first Chinese dynasty and set the foundation for subsequent developments. The Shang dynasty, known for its advances in bronze technology, produced intricate ritual vessels and weapons, and its writing system, seen in oracle bone inscriptions, provides crucial insights into early Chinese society, including divination practices and royal decrees. The Shang period also saw the emergence of philosophical traditions such as Confucianism and Taoism, which would profoundly influence Chinese culture and governance for centuries to come. These early civilizations each contributed unique elements to the tapestry of human history, shaping the cultural and technological foundations upon which modern societies would be built. The Classical era, beginning around 500 BC, ushered in a transformative period characterized by the rise of influential empires and cultures across Europe, Asia, and Africa, each contributing uniquely to the fabric of human civilization. In ancient Greece, the city-states of Athens and Sparta emerged as dominant cultural and political forces, each defining their own distinct path. Athens became a beacon of democracy and intellectual achievement, fostering a political system where citizens had a direct role in decision-making. This period saw the philosophical contributions of Socrates, whose dialectical method questioned and explored fundamental concepts, Plato, who established the academy and formulated ideas about ideal forms and governance, and Aristotle, whose works on logic and natural sciences laid the foundation for Western philosophy. Meanwhile, Sparta's militaristic and oligarchic society emphasized discipline and martial prowess, contrasting sharply with Athens' democratic ideals. As Greece's influence spread, it laid the groundwork for what would become the Roman Empire, which began as a modest city-state, but rapidly expanded its control across Europe, North Africa, and the Middle East. The Romans achieved remarkable feats in engineering and infrastructure, constructing extensive road networks that facilitated communication and military movement across their vast territories. Their aqueducts revolutionized urban planning by providing reliable water supplies, while their architectural innovations, such as the Roman arch and dome, enabled the construction of enduring monuments like the Colosseum and the Pantheon. Roman law also made a profound impact with the codification of legal principles that influenced the development of modern legal systems. In parallel, the Indian subcontinent saw the flourishing of the Maurya and Gupta empires, which were pivotal in advancing science, mathematics, and literature. The Maurya Empire, under leaders like Ashoka, promoted the spread of Buddhism, integrating its principles into governance and encouraging a culture of nonviolence and religious tolerance. The subsequent Gupta Empire, often referred to as the Golden Age of India, saw advancements in mathematics, such as the development of zero and the decimal system, and significant literary achievements, including the epics of Kalidasa. The era was also marked by the spread of Hinduism and the flourishing of diverse philosophical and religious traditions that continued to shape Indian culture. The classical era thus represents a rich tapestry of cultural, political, and intellectual developments that laid the foundation for subsequent historical epochs, illustrating the interconnectedness of human societies across different regions and their collective contributions to the progress of civilization. As the Western Roman Empire fell into decline around 476 CE, Europe entered the Middle Ages, a sprawling era that spanned roughly 1,000 years and was marked by a profound shift in political, social, and cultural landscapes. This period saw the emergence of feudalism, a decentralized system where local lords gained control over lands and their inhabitants, leading to a hierarchical society with intricate relationships between lords, vassals, and serfs. Lords provided protection and governance in exchange for military service and agricultural produce, while serfs, bound to the land, worked tirelessly to sustain the local economy. Despite the seeming stagnation, this era witnessed significant evolution, including the rise of the Byzantine Empire in the East, which preserved and transformed Roman legacies. Under emperors like Justinian I, the Byzantine Empire not only maintained a semblance of Roman administrative efficiency through the codification of laws in the Justinian Code, but also made remarkable contributions in art and architecture, epitomized by the grandeur of the Hagia Sophia. The Byzantine influence extended across Europe and Asia, acting as a conduit for the transmission of classical knowledge and fostering a rich cultural exchange. Concurrently, the Islamic world experienced a period of extraordinary intellectual and cultural advancement. The Umayyad Caliphate, expanding across Spain, North Africa, and the Middle East, created a vast empire that became a melting pot of diverse cultures and ideas. The Abbasid Caliphate, with its capital in Baghdad, ushered in the Golden Age of Islam, where scholars in the House of Wisdom made groundbreaking strides in fields like medicine, mathematics, and astronomy. This intellectual flowering was not merely a continuation of classical traditions, but an era of innovation that profoundly influenced the course of science and philosophy. The translation movement, which preserved and expanded upon ancient Greek and Roman texts, was instrumental in shaping medieval European thought and laying the groundwork for the Renaissance. In China, the Tang and Song dynasties represented a pinnacle of cultural and technological achievement. The Tang dynasty, known for its political stability and cultural vibrancy, saw the advent of early gunpowder and the compass, innovations that would later revolutionize warfare and navigation. The Song dynasty continued this tradition of innovation with advancements such as movable type printing, which greatly facilitated the dissemination of knowledge. The era was also marked by significant developments in art, including the perfection of porcelain and the emergence of landscape painting that would leave a lasting legacy on both Chinese and global art traditions. The Mongol Empire, established by Genghis Khan in the early 13th century, forged the largest contiguous empire in history. The Mongols' vast conquest, stretching from China to Eastern Europe, facilitated unprecedented levels of trade and cultural exchange across Eurasia. The Pax Mongolica, or Mongol Peace, ensured the safety of the Silk Road routes, allowing merchants, scholars, and travelers to traverse the empire with relative security. This period of stability and connectivity bridged disparate cultures and fostered an environment where goods, technologies, and ideas flowed freely between the East and West, significantly influencing global history. Thus, the Middle Ages, far from being a period of unrelenting darkness, was an era of profound transformation and development. It was characterized by the rise of new social and political structures, the preservation and expansion of classical knowledge, and dynamic intercultural exchanges that set the stage for the modern world. The Renaissance, beginning in the 14th century, marked a profound cultural and intellectual transformation across Europe, initiating a period of extraordinary creativity and learning that would redefine Western civilization. Emerging first in Italy, this era saw the rebirth of classical knowledge and the flowering of arts and sciences. Artists like Leonardo da Vinci and Michelangelo created masterpieces that explored human anatomy, perspective, and classical themes with unprecedented realism and depth. Meanwhile, scientific minds such as Galileo Galilei and Nicolaus Copernicus challenged existing views with groundbreaking theories that laid the foundation for modern science. The Renaissance's embrace of humanism, which emphasized the study of classical texts and the potential of the individual, spurred a broader cultural movement that celebrated human achievement and intellectual inquiry. As this spirit of exploration and discovery spread, it paved the way for the Age of Exploration, a period characterized by European expansion across the globe. Spain and Portugal led the charge with bold voyages across the Atlantic and Indian Oceans, driven by the pursuit of new trade routes and the promise of untapped wealth. This age of navigation and conquest brought European explorers like Christopher Columbus and Vasco da Gama to distant shores, leading to the establishment of colonies in the Americas, Africa, and Asia. The impact of these explorations was profound. It facilitated the exchange of goods, cultures, and ideas, but also initiated a period of colonization that had devastating effects on indigenous populations. The introduction of European diseases, the exploitation of native resources, and the imposition of foreign rule altered the course of history for many societies. Thus, the Renaissance and the Age of Exploration together encapsulate a transformative era of rediscovery and expansion, which not only reshaped Europe, but also connected disparate parts of the world in ways that would profoundly influence the trajectory of global history. The Enlightenment of the 17th and 18th centuries, also known as the Age of Reason, was a transformative intellectual movement that profoundly influenced Western civilization. This period was characterized by a critical examination of traditional doctrines and a profound belief in the power of human reason to understand and improve the world. Enlightenment philosophers such as John Locke argued for the fundamental rights of individuals, including life, liberty, and property, and posited that governments are created to protect these rights and should be based on the consent of the governed. Voltaire, another towering figure of the Enlightenment, used his sharp wit and writing to critique the excesses of the Church and the absolute monarchy, championing freedom of speech and religious tolerance. Jean-Jacques Rousseau's social contract theory proposed that legitimate political authority relies on the general will of the people, and his ideas about democracy and equality laid the groundwork for modern political thought. These philosophical advances were complemented by significant scientific progress. The scientific revolution, which overlapped with the Enlightenment, saw monumental breakthroughs in understanding the natural world. Figures such as Isaac Newton developed the laws of motion and universal gravitation, while other scientists, including Antoine Lavoisier in chemistry and William Harvey in physiology, made pioneering contributions that established the foundations of modern science. This period of intellectual fervor fostered a spirit of inquiry and empirical research that deeply influenced technological advancements. The Industrial Revolution, which began in Britain in the late 18th century, was a period of rapid industrialization and technological innovation that drastically transformed economies and societies. The invention of the steam engine by James Watt revolutionized transportation and manufacturing, making it possible to power machinery and locomotives, which led to the creation of vast networks of railways and factories. Innovations such as the spinning jenny and power loom revolutionized the textile industry, drastically increasing production efficiency and reducing the cost of goods. These technological advancements precipitated massive social changes. as people moved from rural areas to rapidly growing industrial cities in search of work. This urbanization led to the development of new social classes and economic structures, with a burgeoning industrial working class and a new industrial bourgeoisie. However, the rapid pace of industrialization also brought challenges, including harsh working conditions, child labor, and environmental degradation. These issues prompted social reform movements and the development of labor laws aimed at improving working conditions and public health. The profound technological and social transformations of the Industrial Revolution laid the groundwork for the modern industrialized world, shaping economic practices, social structures, and technological development that continue to influence global society today. The 20th century was a period of profound global upheaval and transformation, characterized by monumental conflicts and rapid advancements that reshaped the world. The century began with World War I, triggered by the assassination of Archduke Franz Ferdinand of Austria in 1914, which led to a devastating conflict that involved many of the world's major powers and resulted in significant geopolitical shifts. The aftermath saw the redrawing of national borders and the establishment of the League of Nations, an early attempt at international diplomacy and peacekeeping. However, unresolved issues and economic instability paved the way for World War II, which erupted in 1939 when Adolf Hitler's Nazi Germany invaded Poland, igniting a global conflict that would involve numerous countries across all continents. The war ended in 1945 with the Allied victory and the establishment of the United Nations, intended to prevent future global conflicts and promote international cooperation. The immediate post-war period ushered in the Cold War, a prolonged era of tension and rivalry between the United States and the Soviet Union. This ideological and political struggle spanned several decades and was marked by significant events such as the Cuban Missile Crisis, the Korean and Vietnam Wars, and the space race. The Cold War fostered significant technological advancements, including the development of nuclear weapons and the early stages of space exploration, culminating in the historic Apollo 11 moon landing in 1969. The eventual end of the Cold War in 1991 was marked by the fall of the Berlin Wall and the dissolution of the Soviet Union, leading to a unipolar world dominated by U.S. influence. The latter half of the century and the early 21st century witnessed a technological revolution that transformed virtually every aspect of human life. The rise of personal computers, the internet, and digital communication revolutionized how people interact, conduct business, and access information. The proliferation of these technologies facilitated the rise of a globalized economy, characterized by increased interconnectedness and interdependence among nations. This era saw the growth of multinational corporations, the spread of global culture through media and entertainment, and significant advancements in fields such as biotechnology and artificial intelligence. The technological revolution also brought challenges, including issues of cybersecurity, privacy concerns, and the digital divide. As the century concluded, the world faced new complexities and opportunities in a rapidly changing landscape, shaped by the legacies of the 20th century's conflicts and innovations. As we journey into the future, the history of human civilizations provides a rich tapestry of lessons and insights that illuminate our path forward. Our collective past, marked by extraordinary resilience, innovation, and the relentless pursuit of progress, serves as a guidepost for navigating the complexities of the modern world and facing the pressing technological and environmental challenges ahead, such as climate change and the need for sustainable development. We draw on the ingenuity that fueled previous advancements and transformations. The development of cutting-edge technologies, ranging from artificial intelligence and biotechnology to renewable energy sources, holds the promise of addressing critical issues and improving the quality of life globally. Yet, these advancements also require us to grapple with ethical considerations and the impacts of rapid technological change on society. Concurrently, the urgency to tackle climate change necessitates global cooperation and innovative solutions to mitigate environmental damage and promote sustainability. Our shared future hinges on our ability to collaborate across borders, integrate diverse perspectives, and embrace a holistic approach to both technological progress and environmental stewardship. The narrative of human civilization is not merely a chronicle of past achievements and failures, but an ongoing story of adaptation and growth. As we build upon the foundations established by countless generations, we are tasked with the responsibility of shaping a future that reflects our highest aspirations for equity, sustainability, and interconnectedness. The story of our evolution, from early societies to the sophisticated global community we inhabit today, underscores our capacity for extraordinary accomplishments and enduring challenges. This remarkable voyage through history is a testament to our shared journey and the potential that lies ahead. Thank you for joining us in this exploration of our past and future. If this comprehensive journey through human history resonated with you, please like, comment, and subscribe for more in-depth content. Until next time, continue exploring and learning as our quest for knowledge and understanding is a journey without end.